Aloha from Fenelon Falls. This is what we see this morning. We got here really late, about 8 o'clock, which is just about sundown here in this region. Beautiful sundown, but it was getting so dark. I was afraid we're going to miss buoys and not be able to dock since we are not familiar with this area. We came up from lock 27, I believe, yesterday. We're going to continue on today as soon as the locks open at 9 o'clock. It's supposed to be a overcast, somewhat sunny day today. Winds light, about 5 miles an hour. We should be good, and hopefully we'll make it to Lake Simcoe or just before. We'll take a look and see how far we can go. Lock 36, which is the other lift lock, is having problems. Has had problems since September 2 of last year, where it totally broke down, and they've been working on it. They're telling us lockage may take an hour to get through, so that is maybe a problem from here. Again, this is lock number 34, so 2 locks before. And we will make it there to lock 36, the other lift lock on the Trent-Severn. So join us for this journey as we continue on this waterway. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our 2 dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. So here we are at lock 34, just waiting for one boat to come out before we can proceed to go in. Once we go through, we are going to pull over because we need to get some oil for the gearbox. I noticed this morning that the oil level was low, so we're going to make a stop and make a run to the hardware store. Right at the top of the lock where you can tie up your boat, there is a bike rental, and we decided we're going to go to the hardware store with the bike. So we rented these bikes. Movatech is the app you have to use to rent it, and it costs about $5 plus $2.50 for every half hour that you're using the bike. The nice thing is the bikes do have a bike rack in the back, so when you do go shopping in town, there's an easy way to put all your things in and then come back to the boat. The Fenelon hardware store is only about 1 kilometer or just over a half mile away. It was an easy ride up there, and we got there in just about 5 minutes or so. The hardware store was very big and had just about everything you possibly imagined. Staff were extremely helpful, so that was also very good. And we were in and out there in just a few minutes. Cynthia, in the meantime, explored some of the local establishments and gift shops, and even has a health food store right next to the docks, and she enjoyed that very much. Good morning from Lake Cameron. Having you take a look here and see how smooth it is as glass. Just leaving lock 34, going to, is that right? It was 34, right, Sonia?
I thought that was 34.
That was 34 going to 35. Getting confused with all these locks, but here's a view of what Lake Cameron looks out for us.
The lake is so smooth, I can see the white clouds reflected. There's little white splotches, and that's the clouds being reflected in the lake. So nice.
Is there room, Alex? Take a look.
I don't know if there's going to be enough room.
try. Good morning. You have room for us? We have room? Is there room?
Is there room?
How big are you guys?
50.
Not up there. Turquoise boat, I'll have to go check. It's hard to talk to this angle.
We did make it into Roslyn Lock 35 just fine with plenty of room. Like so many locks, it was absolutely beautiful with the park-like setting, and the sun was shining. Beautiful lock. After crossing the Balsam Lake, we came to the first narrows at Lake Law Point. This canal is about 2 miles long and around 30 feet wide. Only one boat our size can go through at a time. Our beam or width is 15.5 feet. For safety reasons, we will make a security announcements on the radio for other vessels to either stay clear or advise that they are already in the canal. Security, security, security. This is motor yacht Mahalo entering the channel to Lock 36 from the south going north. Please be aware we're a 50-foot motor yacht. Security, security, security. This is motor yacht Mahalo in the channel for Lock 36. We're a 50-foot motor yacht. Please be aware. Going northbound. As we go through the canal, we make several more announcements just to make sure that no one on the other side might have missed it, especially if they were speeding up into towards the canal in their speedboat before slowing down. They may have missed our announcements earlier. The last thing we want right now is to meet another boat in this 2-mile stretch. After crossing Mitchell Lake, we come to the Kirkfield Canal that will take us to the Kirkfield lift lock number 36. This canal is also about 2 miles long and about 30 feet wide. Only one boat our size can go through at a time like the other one, and for safety reasons we will make a security announcements on the radio as well. Fortunately, we met only one small boat along the way. Lock 36, like the Peterborough lock, is the only other lift lock on the system, and the right chamber, the north chamber, was actually not working, and so we only had to wait here an hour for our turn to go down. The lift lock that you see here, and you see a couple other of the 2 other looper boats with us, usually works by having one chamber pushes the other one up or down. When one chamber broke, they had to rig it up with hydraulics, and that takes a long time, usually about an hour for it to go up or down. A little bit faster down than up. But anyway, here you can see our time lapse as we go down in the lock. And again, it took about an hour for us to get down there. You can see 2 boats waiting to come up. The total time, if you come at the wrong time, is about a 3-hour wait. So if it was just going down and you missed it, it's about a 3-hour wait for it to come back up and give you a ride down before you get to the bottom again. Here you can see 3 boats racing to the lock, going a little bit faster than they should. Oh, here comes the 4th, to try to make sure they don't get left behind. We actually meet one more boat later on, and I'm not sure if they made it or not, but they're going way, way, way faster than the 10-kilometer-an-hour speed limit that was posted here. So here you can see us exiting the canal, and we're so relieved to have a little bit more width and more space as we cross this wide open area. After leaving the lock 36, the lift lock, we came to Canal Lake. Canal Lake had a lot of beautiful homes. Canadians love their waterfront homes. It did come with its hazards, as you can see here. Definitely still had to pay attention to the roadway. As you can see here, the water was as smooth as glass. But it wasn't long before we came to the end of the lake, and what a surprise, where we found this beautiful arch bridge that we went under. Absolutely amazing. Before we got to Lock 37, we saw this Sunset Cove Marina, and Cynthia said, "What is that boat doing on the roof? It looks like it's going into the store." If you know the history of what made them do this, please put it in the comments below. Very, very interesting though. It wasn't long before we reached Lock 41, just before Lake Simcoe and about the time they were about to close. We were thankful that they let us go through, and that set us up for the morning to cross Lake Simcoe with only one lift bridge between us and the lake. Thank you again for joining our journey today from Lock 34 to Lock 41 at Lake Simcoe. We enjoy your comments and questions. We try to respond to all of them. Please like, share, and subscribe as always, and we will see you again next time as we continue to Lake Simcoe on the Trent-Severn Waterway.